Hi, my name is Jennifer Wilson, and I'm going to be your instructor for statistics this semester. Now, your section of statistics is an asynchronous section. What does that mean? Well, we don't have any scheduled live meetings for our whole class. I'm happy to help you one-on-one if you want to schedule a Zoom meeting, or we can communicate via email, but instruction will be based in videos and readings and using the media provided by the course. So that means it's really important that you understand how to navigate our course Blackboard page and how to connect to Pearson and use that media. The goal of this video is to get you started on the right foot so that you can do that. So let's get started. When you go onto Blackboard, you should have a list of your current courses. It could be pictures like this, or it could just be a list. You're going to click on MAT 17736 because that's our course. Look at something that looks like this. You won't have student preview mode on top of it, but that's okay. This is so mine can look like yours. Now, when we enter the course, we enter into the course content area. And every week, a new module will roll out. So this little book here represents a module. And what that has in it is everything that you need for this course to be successful in that week. So we'll click on the module, and it'll always have a weekly overview. This will have our topics, our learning objectives, our current content, and what things will be turning in by the end of the week. And your job every week is to go through this weekly module. You can either change pages on the right here by clicking the arrow. Another way that you can change pages is to simply click on the items in the table of contents. So we have our syllabus and our course map are the first things we're going to look at. So if we were to click on the syllabus, we have our syllabus document, and you can see my email, wilsonj@middlesex.mass.edu. That is the best way to reach me via email. And make sure that if you communicate with me via email, if you have a question, I'm here to help you. Give me 24 hours for a quality response, although I'm usually much, much quicker than that. And what I'll do is I'll either write back to your question, I'll type something, I might write something, take a picture and send it to you. And sometimes I do videos for students. If you'd like to schedule a Zoom meeting with me, just send me 2 or 3 different times that work for you, and we'll try to work out something between us for a meeting time. I'm always happy to help. I know I don't have settled office hours written here, but I'm happy to help, and I can even do evening appointments as well via Zoom. So you can go through the course description and all of that, but I want to make sure you know you should be committing at least 9 hours a week to this class. That is the Carnegie unit for credit, says that for every 1 hour in class, you're spending 2 hours out. So this would be 3 hours in class a week or 9 hours out of class. And you can look through the learning outcomes. We'll be learning about data. We'll be looking at measures of central tendency. You'll be looking at probability. By the end of the class, you'll be looking at sampling distribution, tests of significance, and also you'll be doing hypothesis testing. So all kinds of exciting things. But the thing I really want you to see in this document are you need to have a TI-84 or TI-83 graphing calculator to use. Everything that we do, I'll be teaching you using that. If you want to use a different kind of calculator, that's fine, but you will be responsible for figuring out how to do the particular functions on your calculator. So that's fine. If you want to use StatCrunch, that's fine, because StatCrunch would be included. But you are responsible for figuring out how to do the particular functions if you're not doing the TI-83 or 84 plus. You must have Zoom, and you have to be logged into Zoom. So you have to be what's called an authenticated user if you would like to meet with me. And then finally, the most important thing that you're going to see in this syllabus is I'm on page 3. We need to know how to log into Pearson MyLab. E-text for this course is by Pearson, and it was included in your tuition, so you don't have to pay any more money for it, but you do need to follow these instructions. And once again, these instructions are on page 3 of the syllabus, and it's laid out right here. You're going to click on Pearson MyLab on the left sidebar of our Blackboard page, and then you're going to follow these steps. You're going to enter a username and password if you have an account. If you don't, you'll be prompted to make an account. And then once you do that, it's going to say select an access option. You're going to enter the following code. the one that is in purple here. You can probably copy paste it actually. And once you do that, it'll set up and connect Pearson to our course. You must register by clicking into Pearson MyLab from our Blackboard page. Do not just go to the Pearson website because it won't connect our courses. This is very, very, very important and is the first thing that you should do for this course. Our homework, our tests, our final exam are all on Pearson. You'll be assigned Pearson assignments every week. There's at least 24 homeworks, 5 tests, and a final exam. So it's very important that you try to get into this as soon as possible. The e-text is on here, and there's also other media that you can access. And I need to know if you have a problem getting into it so that I can help you, but this needs to be done as soon as possible. And once again, if we go on to our Blackboard page, the left sidebar is this dark area here, and you'll see about halfway down it says Pearson MyLab under Tools. If you click in that, you're going to click on one of these P's. And once you go into there, it's going to prompt you to register and you'll follow the directions from your syllabus. The rest of the syllabus, it talks about the tech requirements. I want to let you know that you do have access to Microsoft 365 as an MCC student, so you'll want to make sure you get that. Another important note is we do have a supplemental instructor for this course. So what that means is we have someone who's actually a former student of mine, and she's been a supplemental instructor for this course for multiple sections before. She's very experienced. And what she does is she will set up group extra help with students of our class, or she can also meet with people one-on-one as well. She doesn't teach new material, but she will review with you anything that you have questions on, or she'll set up group studies. And the benefits of attending SI sessions is really, really strong. I highly encourage it. Students who attend SI generally do a lot better in the class, statistically speaking, and it's a wonderful opportunity that we do have her in our class. Her name is Leah, and she'll be reaching out to all of you soon, so look out for that. Other than SI, there's also, the school has free tutoring you can read about here in the syllabus as well. There's even an ACE Google Classroom, which is pretty cool. In the syllabus, everyone always wonders the grading policy. You can see the grading policy right here. There's also a layout of all the assignments that you'll have for the entire course. So there's the 24 homeworks, the 8 written assignments, and the 5 tests. We also have a cumulative final exam. Your score in the final exam can replace one of your test scores if it helps your grade at the end of the semester. I also allow students to retake each test one time as long as they've earned at least 80% on all of the homeworks for that unit. So like for unit 1, if you earned 80% on homeworks or better on homeworks 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, you're welcome to retake your unit 1 test once. Okay. You can read details about each of the different types of assignments. There are 13 discussions in the course as well. You're expected to complete at least 10 of those discussions, and there's a discussion board. I'll post the forum within your module each week too, but you can read all about that here. And then there's just specific information about the class withdrawal dates and other supports and types of information of things that are available to you at Middlesex, because I want to make sure that the whole person's taken care of, because we can't perform academically if we're not taken care of as a whole. So if you need financial aid, career services, tutoring, support, advising, other sorts of support services, there's just a little chart for you there that can help you find those things. Now, if we go back to course content, you can click on the left sidebar if you've navigated away from it. If we go back to our week 1 overview, so we have the syllabus, the course map here. I just want to show you is something that you want to keep. It just has a summary of what we're learning each week. This can be helpful as your life gets busier and the semester goes on, because it tells you the due dates for everything for the entire semester, including like what you should be working on and when it's due and what objectives we're working on. So make sure that you have that printed out to keep as reference. Now, it is subject to change, as anything is, but it is a good estimate of what we are doing for the semester. So each week when you have your module, we're going through one by one, but you're just going to click through every section. So you're going to read about how to submit an assignment. You're going to have a calculator step document that is another thing that you'll print and keep. Discussion 1 for our discussion board is here. You can also access discussions on the left sidebar under tools. And there's a video before discussion 1 that shows you how to submit in case you've never done it before. And then we'll get into our chapter materials. So this week we have a little extra, but then we have our chapter materials. And there's a summary of what we'll see here. But within each section of chapter materials, you're going to have at the top, you're going to have a PDF of guided notes, and then you'll either have videos or this week you have a PowerPoint, and there's directions on how to view a PowerPoint with recordings, because it is really a recorded PowerPoint, so it's like watching a video, but there is an explanation here if you've never done that before. And then it tells you your directions of what you're going to do. So that's for section 1.1, and you'll go through section 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3 this week following these directions. Like if we go to 1.2, you have a PDF. Sometimes I'll provide the solutions to that PDF as well, but they're guided notes that you should be filling out as you watch the videos. And there's a couple videos to watch here. You can click on homework assignments through here. Wherever you see a P, that's homework assignments or Pearson eText. You can also get to that through the left sidebar where it says Pearson as well. And then at the end of each module, you're going to notice a check that tells you, did you do all your assignments? And it'll say, what is due? And then it reminds you. The goal is when a homework is due, you want to get it to at least 80%. You can work on all your homeworks until the last day of the semester, December 22nd, to get them to 100%. And then there's a reminder you can retake each test one time. The one thing I'm kind of a stickler about is discussions. I don't accept discussions after the due date of your respond to appear. So if you have your initial post in a little bit late, that's okay, but I won't accept an initial or response post after the due date, the Sunday due date. So all discussions will have an initial post by like Wednesday, Thursday, and then your final post should be in by Sunday. So after that Sunday, I won't accept them. Whereas homeworks, they can be late. Written assignment, if you need more time, just communicate with me and I can be flexible. If you communicate with me, I can be pretty reasonable. You can see that we've gone through this whole first module, each part of it. And that's what you're going to do every week. You're going to go through the weekly overview and then you'll complete each one of the items within the module and check that you did it all. I'm going to go back to the course content area, and by Friday of each week, the next module for the next week, so this Friday, the week 2 module will come out for you to get started. The newest module will always appear at the top. So week 2 will come out on top and week 1 will move down a little bit. Once you see it there, you can begin. Now, every week it'll be the same format with the overview, the material, and the check. If you ever lose your spot, the course content page, click on the left sidebar to get to course content. And most of the things you need, if you get behind an assignment, the assignment links will all archive right here. And the discussion board is all archived right there. Final announcements. Whenever I email you an announcement, it also goes in this announcement category. If you need to email me or Leah, our SI, right here. And then lastly, I want to make sure that this is an environment where we all feel safe and comfortable to learn. And I'm working to improve myself as a teacher, right? As we all are working to, grow and improve. So if there's anything about this course, or if ever an issue arises, maybe on a discussion board with another student, or maybe there's a problem that just doesn't jive with you, but you're not comfortable putting your name attached to the question that you have about it, I have this anonymous feedback form. You can always email me if you're comfortable telling me something, but if ever an issue arises, I want you to know that there's an anonymous feedback form. So please feel free to address any issues or let me know how we can improve the course in your experience in the course. I want to support you in the best way that I can. Well, that is all for our Blackboard tour for statistics. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you have a wonderful semester. I really look forward to working with you. Please email me if you have any questions at all. Bye.